But here is Michael Tracy. He's there on scene, and he says it's just a total mess outside, right? So the logistics of the party responsible for the collapsing supply chains, collapsing border, collapsing global peace, collapsing dollar, all the things are now in charge of getting a bunch of people into a building. They can't even manage that. Here's this report.
Okay, so I'm legitimately shocked at how catastrophically bad the logistics are of the Democratic convention. This vantage point does not even capture the full scope of the disaster. There are people who've been waiting on this line, which snakes like all the way down that way and then all the way down this way for blocks and blocks for hours and hours. There's zero organization. Everybody who we talk to comments on how insane this is and how they've never seen anything that has been worse organized.
Well, it's Democrats, yeah.
Convention or otherwise. It really is unbelievable.
I don't know who's in charge of this whole security, but they should put them down at the southern border is what I'm thinking. Just send them down. As soon as they're done, just be like, hey, you guys are great. Can you handle our immigration? 2,000 miles or so, give or take? No one is coming in.
What is it now, like 8:30 or something? Okay. Yeah, and I strongly doubt that for very many, if any of these people are going to end up getting to the convention, this does not do justice to how far this line stretches. And I say that just to underscore how badly this was organized. They have one entrance for everyone. Look, so you can see, and then that snakes around the whole other side, and there's a whole other end of this on the opposite end of the entrance.
Wow.
They have over a year to organize these things.
Yikes.
Have you ever seen a worse organized event?
What's that?
Have you ever seen a worse organized event than this?
Freedom in action.
That guy has an alternate view, but a lot of the people
He's Canadian, so
are somewhat
happy
upset
about
about this.
everything.
But I think this is everyone. There's no organization to how the line is structured. It's wild.
You think control's important in something like this?
Okay.
Whoa.
Lead with love, you're never upset.
Okay, fair enough.
Lead with love, you're never upset. All right, that dude's from Canada for sure. Shout out to our Canadian friends. Just lead with love, man. Everything will be fine, okay? You'll just get in when you get in if you don't. And if your country falls apart, it's no big deal. Just lead with love and everything will be fine. What a way to live, huh? All right, talking about leading with love, here is what it looked like elsewhere, where the cops were just totally surrounding all of the protesters who some sound like they were peaceful, others were clearly not. Now, this was an interesting one because what happened here is the cop just invites this man to be arrested. And if you want to not be arrested, you don't really accept an invitation like this. This is not ideal, but I mean, for this man, but for the cops, it was quite easy. Here's how this one played out. So here you can see, here, let's get some volume up on this one. Come on over. Come over. Okay. Come over. I'm going to arrest you. Come here. Okay, perfect. You're going to jail now. Thanks. All right. And he got scooped up by the popo. They're not playing around. Not playing around.
Did they get any of them? They took one of us.
Okay, so they're not playing around, okay? There's not going to be any interference with the Democrats' propaganda charade. Here is from OSINT Defender. He says that the police have surrounded the Palestinian demonstrators, totally encircled, all right? So you can see, here's what it looks like. This was like drone footage. No audio on this one. But here are the protesters, cops, like they're not playing around. When they want control over crowds, they can get control over crowds. When they want stuff to pop off, stuff pops off. For example, when they want riots in the Capitol building, they know how to make that happen. When they do not want riots on the streets of Chicago, they know how to prevent them from happening. It's very interesting, right? So when you see January 6th, and when you see the most secure, or should be the most secure building in the entire world get ransacked, it's because they wanted it to happen. They know how to control crowds. Here was another scene from these very nice, peaceful protesters, post-millennial. Clip this one. You can see they're just burning some flags, and they're going to throw an American flag right on there. For good measure. That guy is going to save it because he loves his country. Shout out to that hero right there.